Looking for a rare and bold piercing? Hi, I'm Rebecca with Bodyartforms, and today we're talking all about the Rhino piercing, what it is, how to care for it, and whether it's right for you. Let's get into it. First of all, what's a Rhino piercing? It's a vertical nose piercing that goes through the tissue at the tip of your nose and exits through the skin just above the septum area. It's called a Rhino piercing because it kind of looks like a tiny rhino horn, especially if you use spiky jewelry. It's sometimes confused with the mantis piercing or even the septral piercing. The Rhino piercing is definitely not your everyday piercing. It's super unique and rare, which is part of the appeal for people who want something that really stands out. Before we dive in, we have to be real. This piercing is very anatomy specific, advanced, high risk, and it has a long healing period. Very few people have the right nose shape for it, and even then, successful healing is rare. It has a high chance of migration or rejection, which almost always leads to permanent, visible scarring right in the center of your face. Even if it heals well, removing it later will still leave a noticeable scar. If you're new to piercings or worried about scarring, this probably isn't the piercing for you. Still interested? Let's get into the details. Getting a Rhino piercing is not a quick in and out kind of deal. It has to be done by an experienced piercer because they're working through cartilage and need to get the angle just right. Since it's such a rare piercing, not all piercers will even offer it. Because of the shape and the tissue involved, it's a pretty technical procedure. Do your research and go to a reputable professional who has experience with this advanced piercing. Once you find a piercer, they'll check your anatomy to see if you have enough tissue to support the piercing. If you do, the piercer will mark the entry and exit points. Then use a needle to make the piercing. For the starter jewelry, the piercer will use an implant-grade titanium curved barbell, typically in a 14 gauge to 12 gauge size. The exact gauge and length will depend on your anatomy, but the initial barbell will usually be longer to allow for swelling. So, is it going to hurt? It sure is. Most piercings are over quick and feel like a pinch, but since this one goes through thick cartilage, the process is a bit slower while the piercer lines up the angle. Everyone's pain tolerance is different, but this one is definitely more intense than a nostril or even other cartilage piercings. Like most cartilage piercings, this one takes a long time to heal. You're looking at 9 months to a year, sometimes even longer, depending on your body and how well you care for it. Make sure you follow your piercer's aftercare instructions and talk to them about when to come back for a downsizing appointment once the swelling goes down. As for aftercare, clean your piercing twice a day with saline spray. Wash your hands beforehand. Don't use alcohol, hydrogen peroxide, or any harsh products to clean it. And don't twist, touch, or move the jewelry. Also avoid getting makeup, lotions, sunscreen, or other skincare products on the piercing. During healing, stay out of pools, beaches, lakes, or any other bodies of water. They're full of bacteria and can cause infections. And don't forget to downsize your jewelry when your piercer says it's time. That helps reduce snagging and supports proper healing. As we mentioned, this piercing is tough to heal, so be patient. This isn't something you want to rush. Stick with your aftercare routine even after it starts feeling better. Once the piercing has fully healed, you'll continue to use curved barbells, but you can switch out the ends. You can explore more decorative options like ends with gems, spikes, or colorful balls to make it really pop. Head to our site at bodyartforms.com to explore our collection. Just don't change the jewelry too early. Wait until your piercing has fully healed. If you're not sure, go see your piercer. That's the rundown of the Rhino piercing. It's bold, super unique, but it definitely requires a big commitment. We hope this was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on all of our social media platforms at Bodyartforms. Bye!